Alright, so just want to do a quick review on the underwater filming rig I made for my GoPro and my SJ Cam. It's pretty simple. There's a lot of other designs similar to this out on the interweb you can find. This is just kind of what I cooked up just based off what I saw. It's very simple. It's made out of PVC. All the joints here are all PVC, and all the interconnections here are just electrical conduit. I don't know why I ended up doing it that way. I think it's just what I could find at Lowe's. But we'll just start with the back and work our way forward. And what I did here on the back is you just have two pieces that are threaded on each side, and I have a threaded cap and a threaded a 90-degree elbow here, and then it goes in, and all these are glued together. The reason I did that is because I wanted to make the hand pieces removable, as well as the top pieces, because I wanted to be able to put something inside here if I needed to kind of work on the buoyancy. So I made these where I could screw them off and maybe shove some neoprene down in there, kind of like here. And just to kind of level it out in case it wasn't too buoyant. You also see I screwed holes here on the top of these caps, as well as holes in the bottom, so they work out pretty well. As soon as you put this this thing in the water, everything fills up and all the air bubbles come out the top here, as well as the top of these caps. So it works really well. So you put it in the water. It actually is pretty weightless in the water. It's not neutrally buoyant. It will sink. It's a little front heavy, but it's really not uncomfortable to hold on to. You think that it would be quite a bit of weight, but it's really not that bad. And what I have here is just a little tether that I put on. It's just a Kona little retractable reel with a little snap piece in here, so I can disconnect it. I just put it on here. It's really easy to remove. All the joints here, all the way up, all have just regular PVC glue. I just did the cleaner and the glue, and then I was having issues with these right here. I feel like they tend to take most of the stress, and I had this one break on me, and I just repaired it. So I went ahead and I just put some just normal stainless steel screws in them just to reinforce it a little bit. We'll work our way around to the front of the rig. You notice here I've got kind of like a little hand tightening wing nut with a bolt. The reason I did that is I have another piece. I don't have it with me, but you can unscrew these caps, and I have an upper piece that goes on that has two more of these extension pieces, two 90-degree elbows, and a crossbar up here where you can do a circle or a C-clamp mount for extra lights. I don't really use them that much because I haven't really bought nice lights yet, but eventually I'll do that. So the idea is they screw in, and obviously so you can't screw this whole thing together. You pull these out, everything comes off, you're able to screw everything in, and then you can bring it down and slide it back on the rig and re-bolt it. It was just kind of the concept there. It's pretty primitive, but it actually works fairly well. And then moving to the center of the rig where all the my cameras are mounted. I usually do a GoPro Hero 3 on the front, and then I have just a cheaper SJ Cam that I have mounted upside down in reverse at me to kind of give the diver's point of view. And then just a real simple, I think it's like a 300 or 400 lumen light on the front, just to give a little bit of better lighting when you're doing kind of close shots and stuff like that, or whatever you need. I'm no professional photographer by any means. And then in the center here you see this weird little contraption. This is actually a junction box, electrical junction box. You find it in the conduit section, electrical conduit section. The reason I went with it is because I like the fact that it opened up top, so it gave me access to be able to mount, screw all my mounts on and kind of manage that, as well as it gave me 4 flat surfaces to be able to mount things as I wanted to. Worked out really well. And what I've recently done, we'll see how this works out. I've taken, this is actually a Henderson mouse pad, but it's actually fairly buoyant. It seems like it's probably neoprene. And so I cut me some pieces off there, as you can see, and I've put them in the front here because this is where most of my weight is. I think I put about 4 pieces in there, and so we're going to see once this floods, like everything's connected, so when the water floods in here, it's going to consume everything. So I'm hoping some of that water will kind of maybe lift that neoprene up, maybe give me a little positive buoyancy on the front, make it a little bit more comfortable when I'm filming. I'll do a follow-up video and we'll see how that goes. And obviously I always tie everything down. If you dive, you know, it's always a good idea. Stuff just magically falls off and goes into the deep blue or the murky dark if you're in a lake or a quarry. But so yeah, just real simple. This is just some dive line. I can't remember what size. It's the smaller dive line. Just tied it off here, did a little half hitch, and then just wrapped it around the screw and tightened that screw down. Just for a little extra security there. But that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions about how I did it or anything like that, or you want to share some photos of your rig or whatever, criticize mine, that'd be great. Subscribe below if you really want to. Hopefully here in the next day or two I'll have another dive video with this. It'll be the second time I've used it, so we'll see how that goes. But overall it works out pretty well. I'd say just on the PVC and the electrical conduit I'll probably spend about 25-30 bucks. But I mean, like I said, it works out really well. I was able to build it how I wanted to build it. It's hard to find stuff online that's you know, in a decent price range, and you just don't know what you're going to get. If you go this way, which I suggest you do, you can make it look however you want. You can, you know, make it to fit you and your needs. So, but this is just it's a neat little project. It's something to do, and it surprisingly works really well. Some of the other rigs I saw online were all made of metal or aluminum, and I feel like that's just too much weight. You know, I think the research I did, PVC is actually somewhat neutrally buoyant. So, I mean, that's a good thing. So, like I said, that's why I added these compartments, so you can add some buoyancy to it. But yeah, it's neat and it works really well, and you get a really steady shot. And I've actually used it out of the water too, just kind of walking around filming. It's just it's a great platform to have. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and that's it.